Okay, I'm recording my tangent just sort of because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do. I'll probably keep it short this time because, well, one, most people ignore at about the 1 or 2 minute mark. And number two, nobody wants to hear my squeaky pre-puberty voice. As I'm on the brink of puberty, but I'm not quite there yet. And no, I'm not willing to talk about it, because that's weird and estranged. So, probably gonna try and keep it short. Or so, right now is prime time to say, hey, there's this new hack of Windows XP that's pre-activated. It's called something like Windows XP Suite 6.2 Service Pack 3. Might I say it's pretty cool as a living in the African-speaking Francophone territory. It's hard to get something. It's hard to actually get computer technology, let alone some sort of internet. But I've been gifted by God with a somewhat okay DSL subscription, and a 50-50 chance of connecting to the internet. On the old family PC. So, really, if anything, the fact that I could upload these videos to you, the viewer, and to the global internet is sort of a miracle in of itself. So, basically, what this ISO pack does is that basically it's just a modified version of a French Microsoft Windows XP SP3, concluded to have quality of life software that you'd probably install on your own, like Office 2007, GOM player, FLV media player. And it also comes with a sick Aero skin, which I greatly enjoy. Actually, no. Who am I kidding? I don't enjoy it because the family PC runs Windows Vista. So, if anything, it's really my friends who are too stubborn to get a new computer who are gonna be glad for this thing's built-in Aero pack. It also has a cool ass like Mac OS dock. It's called the Rocket dock, and it's pretty cool. It also comes with Windows Live, which means that I could instantly connect to one of my buddies who also have Windows Live, and sometimes I hit them up on MSN Messenger. Recently, my friend this year he had went to Rabat for about 3 days. He said it was pretty cool. Well, he's pretty lucky that his parents just sort of let him skip school, because he does seem to be pretty lax and just comes to school because he should. He really does not care about his education. He got a 14% and on like 100 on the term 2 exam. But for the final exam, he needed about a 65% rate to pass. Try to imagine most schools have, unless my school is really strict or weirdly loose. I would not know. Oh, but anyways, it's like he told me the strategy that he made. Like, he tries to read as much as he can, and then he writes everything down that he can remember, and then he writes down everything that he forgot, and then he just keeps going until he thinks that the threshold, error of margin is low enough for him to be ready for the exam, which I'll probably try and do the same thing, but I'll probably do half the work. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just try and maximize as much as I can remember. Pray to God on that I can pass. and just use my nightly self to remember things better, because for some reason that always works. So when I sleep, my brain just sort of goes into this organization state, and it takes all those things that I learned in the afternoon from short-term memory to medium-sized as the memory, because I know that I'll only need it for like finals week and the week after finals, and maybe, and then it'll just completely dissolve. I'll have to make a room for new things. Did I mention that they turned that on? Yeah, I don't remember I mentioned that last rambling, but I have not noticed it being on while I sleep, which good. I'm not saying for them to turn it back on. Whatever school group this is, if you are watching this, which is basically the nothing thing, this is not a sign for you to add it back. I want it to be as less as possible, if that's a word. Like, as less as you can do that as possible. Because nobody wants a shining light blasting into your eye sockets all day. Or should I say all day, all night? Because a few months ago that was the reality. Where we had to close the blinds fully. Thankfully, that wasn't exactly much of a problem because it was winter, so it was sort of a second reason to close your blinds, to not let the cold air in, and to make sure that these guys don't act as a public nuisance, so we don't waste our time filing a restraint order. And I think that's it. But before I end this recording, you are once again in the presence of the bird. I know he looks creepy, but I would imagine so. I mean, to be fair, it's not really creepy because he's a pet of 3 years, but he might be creepy to some. I mean, he does have the death stare when he looks straight into the camera, because he is a side profile. He isn't like most humans, as most of you probably know because you studied basic biology, I'd imagine. Most of them aren't front-eyed. And I say most because, who knows, you might find a species of bird that is a front-facing animal. Like it's a side-faced animal, so it's gonna look creepy, as it's always going to bring you to the side profile, which, as we know in humans, is definitely not a side gesture, definitely not a gesture you want to do out of kindness. You do it out of suspicion. When you suspect something, you give them a side profile, or you give them the side eye. You give them that.